Hey everyone, Pelike here. Long time no see. I've been real busy. There's so much cool stuff you're gonna see in 2026 that I've had the honor of being part of. So anime stuff, video game stuff. It's been amazing. But of course, it means I haven't had so much time to actually make cover songs and stuff like before. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is this show, The Masked Singer, and I posted on YouTube and I said. I'll just turn the sound down a little bit. This is just the intro, by the way. I said, like, do you want to see my performances? Because I won this show and it was amazing. I know that this show is in like basically every country to a varying degree of popularity, but in Norway it's the most watched show of the season out of any TV station. So it's very big, and I didn't even know that when I signed on. I just knew it was big, but didn't know it was that big. And I really felt that reaction from people as well during the competition, because you have to be quiet about it being you. A lot of people said this as well. You guys know that my voice is quite recognizable. So I did all I could, you'll see, to try and change my voice a bit. But it was hard, and a lot of people was around to me from the start. So this is I normally don't say yes to most any TV show because I don't really feel like I necessarily have a lot to gain from it. It was an obvious yes. People told me in the past, other people I know said that it's supposed to be the funnest show to be on, and it really was. And also I have a son now. He's not old enough to really understand this yet, but he will one day, and it's the most popular show for kids in Norway. So it's like having that trophy in my head and in my house and say like, Dad won Maskorama, or The Masked Singer. It's Maskorama here. That's gonna be huge for him in the future. So anyway, I thought I would show you guys, talk you through it, like I promised I would on the YouTube thing. So this is the intro. Let's just skip to the first first performance, and I probably can't show all of it because the video probably get flagged because I don't own the rights to the show just because I was on the show. So yeah, here we go. So this is my first performance starting now. By the way, I've never actually watched any of the episodes. I watched some of the performances, like when I sung Golden, because my son was crazy for that. So that's been on repeat here a lot. He thinks it's nice to hear his dad sing that, his favorite song, I suppose. But I haven't seen this. I've never seen this before, and this is quite funny to see inside a little fruit basket with vegetables and stuff as well. I was inside this character for so long, and it's funny to see this. I don't know if I said, but I never watch stuff I'm on. I don't like to watch myself, so I never do it. I didn't even watch myself when I was on Vikings. I just remembered, I've never told you guys I was on Vikings, so if you haven't watched the show, this is one of the scenes I'm in, by the way. I just thought about that as well, like I gotta cut these clips short. There's so many reasons why this video should be taken down now. I don't know if this is fair use, I don't know anything about it. So yeah, but amazing, Vikings is awesome. Let's move on. So they're giving away hints here, and this is like a misdirection more than a hint. He's holding a chess piece, which I don't play chess. I just realized this is supposed to be a hint that nods towards the fact I've covered Queen songs, which is a bit weird to me because I've literally covered more than 1,400 songs on Spotify alone, probably 1,700 on YouTube. So it could be anything, but still, that was not a misdirection. It's actually a hint. But yeah, they say like when a lot of people want something for you, you get grilled a lot or roasted a lot. But you gotta be. Not only do you have to, be able to handle it, but also kind of like it, which is true. This is kind of my philosophy. Like, it's good to train social immunity, and it's not as apparent for you guys on YouTube, like, because on YouTube I'm just basically a singer. But in Norway, more people follow what I say and do, and newspapers and stuff, and people have varying opinions about me, of course. So this is the first performance. I'll turn the sound down a little bit so we don't get like a double sound because I'm not wearing a headset, but. This was the hardest performance because it was the first time I sung in the mask. I hate using in-ears, like earbuds. I always, like, even when I did whack in open air for like 100,000 people with Dragon Force, like, I need monitors on stage. People always do in-ears. It's more professional, but I just hate this not having the sound in the room instead having it in my ear. So this is the first time I did that, because there is no option to not do that because you have a massive mask which shuts the sound out, and also a heavy mask. It's warm I couldn't really see a lot. So you see me whenever I'm thinking about I'm speaking over the performances. I guess I'll keep some of those, some of the bits. I don't remember which bits are good. So, but anyway, I'll talk over this one because just get the most basic stuff out. So this was a hard one, and I tried to change my voice a bit. Maybe those of you who have been listening here or watching my videos for a long time kind of noticed. I don't know if I said, but there are 1,800 people in the crowd, by the way, as well. And the whole pleasure of being an artist and being on stage is that communication with those people. I had nothing because I couldn't really see them, and I didn't even know. Like, it was fun when I first took off my mask in the final episode to kind of get that impression of how many people have actually been there all the time. But yeah, I had never heard this song before. It was a brand new song to me. I wanted to open with Golden episode 1, but I think everyone agreed that it would be too obvious that it was me if I opened with Golden. Also other technical difficulties of me starting out with Golden, but that was like the best I understood. So they're like, what about this song? And this was at a time where I had a lot on my plate, and I also was thinking about the other songs to sing for the rest of the season, and I just kind of said, let's do it. And people, I've lost both my parents, and this song is written by a guy who lost his mother, I think, and I think people thought that was a hint, but the truth is that the song was a hint in itself. But the truth is I have never heard that song before in my life, and that was the first time I sang it, if you don't count practice, of course. It's not a talent show as much as it is like a detective show, right? So these judges, or detectives as they call them, they don't judge your performance. They will say stuff like, wow, it's very impressive, and stuff like that, but they won't like rate your performance in a sense. They'll be more like, this could be this and that person. And they were way off for episode 1. So let's skip to episode 2. So, episode 2, this is the intro before my second performance. I'm not going to speak over all the performances like I did. I'll just show you some clips though, because I don't think I can get away with having the full sound and the full clip on. It probably get deleted. But one thing I wanted to say during this is that I have no say in how they build the characters, sort of. They only do that based on who I am on social media and how people in Norway know me already. So it's... Let me do this. So yeah, it's this bench press thing and like all this lifting weights and stuff that probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, because you never hear me talk about or do anything remotely relating to weightlifting or running or anything. This is probably because I did this thing right, a challenge. It was all Norwegian content, so got nothing to do with music or stuff that really matters, really. But a fun thing I did, right, bench press twice my body weight, which was a little thing I had going on for a while. And that's also why they paint the broccoli in this kind of like strength type light. And the reason I am the broccoli costume as well, character as well, is because I eat a whole broccoli every day. That's like, it's been my thing for years, and people here know that. And obviously I don't talk about that on YouTube, so you guys have no reason to know that, but now you know. And here's my second performance. Let me show you a bit of that. I'll just mute myself.
I am the one and only.
Okay, I will say this. It was kind of, usually when I start, oh, this is cool. I hadn't seen this. Like I said, I haven't seen the episodes before, because I normally don't like to watch the stuff that I'm on. It just feels weird, but this is really cool, that background and stuff. My brother actually told me about Brock Fit, and he tried to explain it. I should have watched. This is really cool. I love what they did there. Yeah, he said like you should have this in your little home gym. That would be awesome. Anyway, starting off the song with like a high note like that is often risky, because you want to preserve the power in your voice for the final bits of the song and stuff. But I just wanted to open with in a fun way, so it's not a big risk, obviously, but like sometimes it can strain the voice a little bit if you do it wrong. I'll talk a bit here as well. So for this bit, this is the first time I moved around in the character. I couldn't see almost anything, so they're helping me down the stairs, and I didn't hear it. My volume is quite low, but a bit quiet. But I remember thinking, I think I did a note wrong or something there, because I was focusing so hard not to fall. But this is a great song, and I picked this song because I love it, and I think a lot of people of this generation haven't heard it. And you gotta remember as well, this is live, and it's not just live, it's live inside this massive mask, so I can watch this and scrutinize and be like, I should have done a bit better on there. But I'm not gonna do that to myself, because I know that it was hard. So all in all, I remember being very happy with all my performances, considering I'm in that mask and it's difficult. But there's one that I really miscalculated, so to speak. We'll get to that soon. So let's jump to. By the way, the feedback from the detectives and stuff are all. Yeah, the reason he has a sign that says "What does the fox say, broccoli?" is because some people thought I was one of those guys from Ylvis. They're also Norwegian. So yeah, that was the thing as well. So this third episode, the broccoli had gotten this narrative of being so strong, and it's all about muscles and being really hardcore. And I that's not like I would say the most important side of me. And so I was very happy when they did this, which they did this episode is basically they kind of emphasized a more empathetic side of who I am and who I want to be perceived as, which, like I said, I have no say in all this, but they said, the broccoli says here in the opening, which is they wrote in, the real way to get strong is to, real strength comes from inside, and then the way to use it is to give it to others, or something like that. And I suppose they started putting this in here now because I chose one soft song for the entire season. You kind of have to do it, because otherwise it's like a one-trick pony just doing high notes, and that's kind of where this is leading eventually. It's a lot of high notes and golden and stuff like that. And so I wanted to do one of those and kind of show that I can do this too. Because a lot of people were onto me, but not everyone knew it was me, right? Like most people, like 50% just didn't know. So I wanted to show that. And this was a really wholesome moment, giving away those baby broccolis. So this was live in November and December. And in November and December every year, I do a thing where I buy a Christmas present for Norwegian kids who don't get Christmas presents for Christmas because their parents are in difficult situations. And that's a big thing that I do every November and December, and I spend a ton of money on it, and I try and get people to rally out. Like I try and get people to do it as well, and it's a Red Cross collaboration that I do, and it's just the best thing in this. I think that's also where they kind of got like, that's basically all my content in Norway in November and December is trying to get the most out of that. So yeah, so that's probably why they thought like, hey, we shouldn't just make the broccoli about being strong, it should also be about being nice. Which I was really happy, because like I don't want, this is a lot of people who don't actually watch my stuff in Norway or even care if they see my face in the news or whatever, or on a podcast or whatever, right? Like they would be like, it's nice for them to know that I'm not just like this weirdo gym bro buffoon who likes lift weights and sings. So this was really nice. This is one of my favorite episodes in the sense of the broccoli's character arc. But I was a bit worried the song was too boring. It is a nice song, but the story of my life has always been on YouTube as well. Like if I sing something that I love that is really full of emotion, and just like if I don't go yeah, people go like, yeah, I don't care. But obviously since I won the show, this went well as well. So next episode. This is the first duet. For each season the characters or contestants do a duet with another mask or another character. I'll try. I realized that I've broken my own promise and during this entire thing and talked over basically all the performances. I have all these songs on Spotify, by the way, so you can check them out, but I'll try not to talk over this because I feel like it's extra disrespectful when there's another person.
Mine feels like a foreign land. Silence ringing inside my head. Please carry me, carry me, carry me home. I spent all of the love I said. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted.
I'll just say this while I'm singing. This is she was my favorite contestant. So I said to my assistant during the show, because we can't talk, the masks can't talk to each other, and I didn't know who she was, but I said early on, especially after the previous episode where she sang a really good Adele song, I said, like, I really hope that she gets to the finals. And we ended up being in the finals together, which was great. And I was also really happy that I got to do a duet with her in this episode here. Okay, I'll let you listen to the rest of it. I have no idea if this is gonna go down well with YouTube. Also, during the rehearsals we did earlier in the day, that was a lot of fun to be on stage with someone else. His reaction on the left after that high note, it's very fun to see. You don't see anything, like I said, when you're on stage you don't see the people or the detectives or the crowd, you don't see anything, so that was fun to see. Obviously after the finals and stuff, I got to talk with all these people, the judges or the detectives and the other contestants and stuff, and all the other people as well, like famous people that I usually see on TV and stuff. So it was great to meet people and talk about what they're doing. And the guy on the right here as well, by the way, I love that guy. He's one of the funniest people in the world. He has some of the funniest Norwegian comedy shows and skits that since even in the 90s. I'm an old man. Anyway, so next performance, still same episode, because there's another performance this episode that I do on my own. So one thing I failed to mention is that during this episode, 2 days before, I got I'm not sure if it's completely correct, and I don't know the English term for it. It's called acute lumbago. Maybe it's like lumbar or something in English. But my back just, I was laid frozen in the same position for 20 hours. I could not move, not even from side to side. I was just paralyzed for 20 hours. And I said to the production I might not be able to be on the show. And then I did everything I could. I used two of those wet mops I used to wash the floor with. And I just got into my car and I got to the studio, and it was a nightmare. So doing this song, I was in a tremendous amount of pain, and I probably looked like I was in agony inside the mask, but people didn't know. And this is one of the funnest performances I did, thinking back at it, because I love the song and everyone thought it was such a weird song to pick. Not for us on YouTube probably, right? Because a lot of you guys watching me and stuff, we love Disney songs, and Gaston is a banger. Anyway, I'll let you actually listen to this one. It's a very different rendition than the one I've done on YouTube, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, no one's neck as incredibly thick as Gaston. And I'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on. No one's been like Gaston, a kingpin like Gaston. No one's got a swell enough that I share like Gaston. Gaston is the best and the rest is all drips. No.
That was the only choreography I had, to try and hit those guys, pretend to hit those guys. It's so funny to see the dancers and what they're doing. I didn't see anything that went on while I was on stage. So seeing in detail what they're doing and stuff is amazing. They're fantastic.
That's just wits like a stun. In a spitting match, nobody spits like a stun.
One thing that people told me as well, gave me away a little bit, is that when I sing, I often gesticulate with my arm. I do this, I don't know why I do it, but I've always done it. done that on YouTube for 17, almost 18 years as well. But I can't help it. Like I can't sing. Yeah, I can sing if I do this. I can sing, like hold my hands like that. But you can't even do that with the suit. And people didn't really make me aware of it until later anyway. But that is apparently a thing that I do. So now, episode 5. So this episode, I'm singing Golden, and I had sung Golden a lot, and Golden is such an incredibly hard song to sing. So during Hearts on Fire here, my voice cracked up a little bit, and we'll hear it. I remember thinking when I was done, just listening for it. Yeah, you can hear it's my voice just isn't there. So what happens, other singers, especially I guess power metal singers especially, will know this. When you're used to singing in that like yeah type range all the time, that feels comfortable. But when you have to go down to more of a chest voice and you really strain your voice singing a lot of high notes, you kind of at least I lose control in the mid range or the lower range. So during the song as well, I realized like, this is gonna be bad. But I had two things that I kind of tried to focus on, which is number one, I know that I'll do Golden later, and I know it's gonna be way better. And I also thought, there's like this thought process in my head during this song, like, should I just go an octave above and go like, yeah, all the time? And I honestly don't remember what I did, so let's find out. I just know that it was one of my worst performances. Oh, there, yeah, oof. I mean, I obviously went for some high notes and stuff which were more comfortable, but that was just the worst feeling, knowing that like at least episode 1 was viewed by a million people, and you can say stuff like, well, you know, people watch some videos that have like 30 million views and stuff. This is different. It's like live and all Norwegian people, and there's just like 5 million people in Norway, so that's a lot of people. And so I was like, I just made a fool of myself. But I didn't hear that much backlash from it. There was like reviews in media and stuff. They review it, and some people said like my worst performance yet, but obviously it was. But then let's go to Golden, where I redeem myself. Once you go broccoli, you don't go backly. It's quite funny. This is Nora. She's a Norwegian fantastic singer, and I think the production struggled to actually find someone who was good enough to sing this song, because I know that the cast of K-pop Demon Hunters even struggled to find good singers for it. It's a very hard song to sing. So now she's amazing, and I'm very happy that I got her. So this is a duet between me and her, and this was such a cool song, and it was such a good feeling to do this song. And just like mentally after that, I butchered Hearts on Fire. So I'll let you listen to this while I get some more water.
these patterns all in the past now, to finally live like the girl they all see.
No more hiding, I'll be shining like I'm born to be.
I accidentally stopped the recording, but I just think I lost a couple seconds. So I have another video of me singing this in one take on my one take channel. There's a link to that in the description.
You know together we're glowing, gonna be golden. Oh, we gonna rise. You know the feeling's a woman, gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like a butterfly. Oh, our shine, no fears, no lies, and to a butterfly. You know, gonna be golden. Gonna be glowing. We're keeping an energy. You know that it's our time. No fears, no lies, and to a butterfly.
Yeah, no, that was such a good way to end the show for me, or that episode for me, because I just knew, I just felt so bad. Not like it, I don't necessarily felt so bad because of I made myself look like an idiot by singing that previous song bad, but it's more like I just feel like I let everyone down. The amount of letters I got from kids who were fans of the Broccoli, overwhelming. People in production said I'd never seen any character on the show get that many letters. Like, I couldn't fill the walls with them anymore. I had to stack them up, and I just felt like, okay, so now I make all those guys feel like shit. That was horrible, but I feel like I redeemed myself with Golden, and then people forgot. And I think that's probably what happened, because no one really told me that Hearts on Fire was that bad, which it was. It was not good, as you heard, but Golden was very good, and that was a big relief. Anyway, now the final episode. I sing like 6 or 7 songs in that episode, so I'm probably not going to keep all of it. There's a lot of singing with other cast members and stuff, but I'll do the most important songs. So this is the first battle in the show's history in Norway, because one of the participants had to withdraw from the competition because she was too ill to carry on, and that was quite annoying as well, because that person who had to withdraw is a friend of mine in real life, but I didn't know it was her, because the other, the contestants don't know who each other are. So, but when I realized, that was extra annoying. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I got to the finals facing the person I wanted to. She's earlier in this same year, in 2025, I was a guest judge on a talent show with her. She was like a regular judge on that show. Very musically gifted and just an overall really cool person. So anyway, I sing 3 songs here. I'll just skip through the 3 songs. They're not full length or anything. They're quite short because there are 3 songs each. So she starts. So because of that, I'll skip a little bit ahead. I chose this song because it's an amazing song, a great singer, and my Norwegian listeners have asked me to sing this song in the past. So it's kind of like, people are going to find out who I am anyway now. So this song is probably going to give me away a little bit, but it doesn't matter, because 20 minutes later, everyone's going to know who I am.
I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take this beautiful place that I got. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take this beautiful place that I
Yeah, I'll skip to the next song. And this next song I think is gonna be definitely you guys' favorite. She did an amazing song as well, by the way. But this video is gonna be super long if I show all her great performances. So, Rubia is one of my favorite songs ever. And Hoyo Mix, as you know, I've done a lot of work for them. Both written music and done covers and stuff, and I sent this to them and they loved it, and they shared it on X and stuff, and good times. I love this song, so I really want to. Now this final song, I'll tell you. So it's gonna be weird for you guys, but in Norway, I have there's one Norwegian Paw Patrol song. If you know Paw Patrol, I don't know if it's big in other countries, but it's really big in Norway for kids. And I have a lot of retro cartoon songs that I've released and put on Spotify. And then some parents told me like, hey, can you do a Paw Patrol? And I did a Norwegian Paw Patrol, and all the kids here listen to it. Not all the kids, but you know what I mean. Like, it's very big in Norway. So I was like, I know that the kids this is a kids show primarily, right? For families and for kids. So the kids are gonna love it if I do that. So she does this like really banger of a song, and I surprise everyone by just I let her finish this actually, because it's soon my time, and the contrast is so funny as well, because she's a dog and I sing a song about dogs and the kids love it. It just felt like such a funny choice. I thought it was a risky move as well, because obviously at this point I really wanted to win, and it doesn't show necessarily any skill, but it's just good times and the kids are gonna love it, and I just went with it, and it went really well. The kids, as you can see, on their phones like, oh, Paw Patrol, they love it. So I think it was the right, I mean, I won the show, so regardless of I think it was the right choice. I don't necessarily think that one song really mattered that much, but was a little bit of a high note at the end there. So let's go to something we've skipped this entire video, which is the scary "are you gonna get voted off" thing. And in this final episode is actually who wins. So she's saying the one of you who got the most votes tonight is, which also means the winner of this season's Masked Singer is
Brokkolien, gratulerer, du har vunnet Maskorama!
very surreal moment. Not because it's like it was just so weird that it was over and I won, and I really wanted that trophy because I wanted to have it in my house for when my son is older, and when he's like, oh, I can't wait to watch Maskorama and tell, you know, or Masked Singer, and tell his friends that his dad won that show once. That's gonna be so cool for him, since all the kids love that show. So the final thing I want to show you guys is when I have to take my mask off, and the final song I sing without a mask, and I did something very unusual then as well. So finally people could tell it's me, or sees me, and then something funny. If you look at my face real close, I'll show you something hilarious. So at that moment when I do this face, that's the photo that the press took, and they used it for everything now. It's like there were several articles about me after this, and like there's this like one press picture everyone go to, and that's that one where I go. I'm just saying that it's surreal to stand there and look at people and get eye contact with people and stuff. I look all sweaty and my face is all weird, cause not weird, but like a bit different from normal, because it's very warm inside the mask. We constantly get fans and stuff to cool us down, but you couldn't get that during that final bit, right? And I'm saying right now, cause I have like a minute to talk, and I was thinking about maybe check out my Spotify, but I didn't do that, cause like I know that like 500,000 kids are watching, and I was trying to spend that time to make kids. You gotta remember, kids believe everything, right? So I said, I remember when I was a kid, like we believed we could morph into Power Rangers if we got, if we had if we were chosen, so to speak. So like I just said, like, if you see someone getting bullied and stuff, if you help people in need, basically, that's how your muscles get like a real proper power boost, and you get much stronger than just lifting weights. Because I know that a lot of kids will actually believe that, and it's nice to use that opportunity to make kids be nicer to each other. And also, a lot of kids started eating broccoli during this, which is great. I got so many messages from parents saying, my kids love broccoli now. Yeah, and the everyone's just saying nice things, and it's good times, and they're fantastic voice. Yeah, and it was great. That was such a cathartic experience to be done with it, because it was as fun as it was tiresome towards the end. I was very tired. The whole back injury thing got me as well. And for the final act, we were actually told we were gonna stay on stage, and then all the participants who have been voted off during the season come on stage and join me for the song. I completely forgot all of those instructions, and all I could think is that I've been on this stage for weeks, 6 weeks, and I haven't seen anyone or gotten any contact with all these kids who are so excited to meet me and stuff. Like, they wanted to meet me and I couldn't. And all the there's so much excitement and happiness in that room, and so I completely forgot about the fact I was supposed to stay on stage and like sing with the other people and stuff. And instead what I did, you'll see, I can tell you before so I don't have to talk over the final song, I start walking around the entire room. Like, this is a big venue, and I just keep walking around and, you know, high-fiving with all the kids and stuff, so much so that I even forgot the lyrics on the bridge to this song. I sing "I See Fire" with some high notes on fire and stuff, I think. And I know the production was like, I talked to the camera guy later, because they like send some camera guy to follow him around, because they didn't plan for this at all. It's so live on TV, right? So I think the production was a bit like worried that this wouldn't work, but they just let me do it. In my in-ear, I could get messages from the guy who's directing it. He didn't say anything, so I just thought I'll do it, because I realized at one point that I shouldn't do this. All the text here just gives away all the hints that they've been given this season. So I'll finish. Look at them, so happy and so cool. This is I was very happy I did that, and that was the best moment of the entire season. I do feel a little bad for the people on stage, because I just abandoned all them, but think about all the happy children. Come on, it's totally worth it. So I'll let you listen to this, and thank you for watching. There's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff, very cool stuff, both from Japan, China, and Norway as well, that I'll share with you on YouTube in 2026, because I have a lot of stuff on the horizon. Thank you for watching.
Now I see a fire.